Yo, VIPs. Let's kick it. Oh, that's working. Test, test, test. We got new equipment. I have swapped like for like. My Palm Beach cheap £11 headphones have finally gone kaput. So I went all out and bought another Palm Beach £11 from Amazon set, and this is the clarity for £11. Listen to it, crystal clear. You lucky devils. Guess what's happening? Guess what's happening this evening, my schnizzles? We are with the world racing community for the GT Challenge round 9. It's the penultimate, ladies and gents. We are on the precipice of the end of the season, and what finer place to celebrate this than at Saint Croix. Right, people better than I have written blurbs better than I could do, so I will read those blurbs to you now. Right then, we are at round 9 of the World Racing Community, and it's Course d'Endurance Saint Croix. Another long track for both classes to battle on. WRC hosts the Course d'Endurance, returning to Saint Croix in a dawn to dusk race at the reverse C layout. All right then, let's get on to some regulations, because if I didn't know you better, I know you all like some good, strong regulations. World Racing Community Season 5 GT Challenge Season 2, a revival of the 2016 era of the World Endurance Championship. The race regulations is the balance of performance will be on. The tyres are at ×2, and they have to use both softs and medium tyres during the race. Fuel is at ×3, and the refuel rate is 3 litres a second. The weather is on and set to random. The time of day is ×12 for 2-hour events and ×8 otherwise. It's a 90-minute multi-class race. The qualifying is a one-shot qualifier, and that rounds all of that off. Right, how long have I got till qualifying? Around about 2 minutes. I can do the standings in 2 minutes, trust me. Where are they? I can do them when I find them. Right, I'm up here, and then standings. Right, don't you fret. The standings are on their way. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Boosted in his Audi hybrid is at the top on 105 points. Oh, it's gone quiet. That's because they've gone. I can. Oh, they qualify. Nah, they can't be qualifying surely just yet. We'll see who logs in. Right, boosted on 105. Adnap's on 101. There's only 4 points in it, ladies and gents, and I have news. I have disturbing news. Oh no, look, the Group 3s are all lining up. We are qualifying. The standings might just wait a little bit there. Oh no, we're having a reset. So, Annap 101, then Deacon on 100. So tight, ladies and gentlemen. Then we have Sinister in 4th. He's on 97, only 3 points adrift. Then we have Garuda in 5th on 77 points. Then JCar or Nitro in 6th on 70 points. We're only going to do the... we got MJ... the AM table. They're on an out lap. I can do it, can't I? It's a long lap. I reckon I could get through the table quite easily. Jesus, what's wrong with me? I'm such a big Big baby. Oh no, I won't do that table. Tommy's at the top of that in his Porsche on 127 points. Then we have Thunder in second in the Ferrari on 106 points. Then we have Duffman in the BMW in third on 81 points, it says. And then we have Autosport in the Lambo in fourth, but he's on 84 points. So make of that what you wish. Then we have Oliver in fifth in the McLaren on 64 points. We have JTR in the Chevy on 54 points. Did I just write give someone bad points? 64 for Oliver, JTR's 54. Then Reckless on 32 points and Lucifer on 26 points. So, news that I have heard while they're on a quick, now that's the right time to do it. Yeah, what the hell. Booster's withdrawn. He's withdrawn from all society. He's decided it's all too much for him and he's done. No, he's withdrawn from the racing for the time being. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Well, I read that he thinks he's too fast, which I say, baloney. So, yeah, he's pulled out for a bit. He's going to still be around. He's still going to be racing. But I think he is the target that all of these guys race towards. And his withdrawal, I think, is doing them a dishonour. Because it's taking away the target, you know. I am sure every man who has raced with boosted in the series, their racing has heightened. He's very open with tutorials as well and helps people. So I think him taking a back step could be a misstep, because I think, you know, if he wins everything, that's down to the other sim racers. That's the target. That's what they're aiming for, and all of them, their games have been raised, elevated for having such a high target to aim at. But that's just my opinion. I mean, you know, he's his own man. He can make big decisions all on his own. Some fool on YouTube with an opinion makes no difference. Meanwhile, Tommy Roo, your car, seriously, dude, you are gonna rupture something in me this season when you keep turning up in such fabulous colours. So Tommy Roo then in the Porsche and leading that championship ahead of Autosport, Thunder in his Ferrari. And they are, well, Tommy Roo's now underway of his lap. Duffman also has made a start. TDR just coming towards the line. And Reckless also.
Tuned in at the wrong time, then rolling on the floor, laughing eyes.
Oh, boosted. Hello, tuned in at the wrong time, then laughing face. Sorry, man. I mean, yeah, fair play to you, but, you know, that's my 2 pennies worth. I think you make them better. And you can't do that if you're not on track. Tommy Roo making his way around with Duffman in second. Well, second. He's second on the track. Obviously. I haven't looked at the sectors. Sorry, guys. There's one coming up. Yeah, we'll use this as a stick to measure our times. As Tommy Roo comes up to the line, and he's at 11.5. 11.5 for Tommy. As Duffman hits the same line, he's showing 12.2, a little bit behind. Autosport next up in the Lambo, coming up to the line. 11.5 is what we're looking to beat. And better than 12.2 is a bonus. 12.7 for the Lambo. Reckless in the Porsche. And have I missed him? I've missed him. He can't be. Yeah, I've missed both of those two. Sorry, guys. Doe. It is a long lap, these guys, and there's a lot of barriers. I tell you what, that has been the main feature of the season. That you've chosen all the tracks with all of the barriers. Have you not? Say you run with no damage, you know, all damage, damage heavy. Then yes, you have picked some of the tracks with the hardest corners and the tightest margins of error. So well done to you. Didn't make it easy on yourselves, did you? We've had a few meltdowns this season. Sorry, watching Tommy here. So Tommy, I think this is it, isn't it? No, where is the end? I should have taken some notice when they did the outlap, where it started and where it ended. Look, it's not a track that comes up that often, so it's that's not the start straight line. My word. These guys are going to jump out their skins when the Group 1 cars come through, aren't they? They're just going to be like... We're all like 90-degree corners, no room for an overtake. So Tommy Roo, it looks absolutely bleeding tidy from the Porsche driver, if I say so myself. He's coming up to the line now, and we will truly see the pace of the Porsche driver. And it's a 3:26.7 we saw earlier on in his lap. He was doing mighty fine. And has Duffman pulled any of that back as he gets to the line at 3:30.23 seconds? It's a lot to lose out there when it's a longer track. And Autosport, he was a little bit behind Duffman the last sectors we saw. Has he managed to pull some of that back to get second? No, stays third, only a second though. Thunder close behind, he's ready to leap up the grids and give Tommy Roo something to worry about. 2.8 seconds adrift of Tommy Roo, and Reckless not even getting to the finish line. So Tommy Roo back on top, back on the podiums. I mean, back on the pole position, sorry. He won. But yeah, Tommy Roo back at the pole position with Thunder in second, Duffman third, and Autosport in the Lambo coming fourth, and Reckless not posting a time so far. And that is the AM series and how they line up. Man alive, these new headphones, baby. They're the same headphones I had before, but they're not broken. And I can hear a little rumble of that Porsche in my ear, and it's just a symphony of cylinders tapping out the most beautiful sound you could possibly ever listen to. Oh, beautiful. I don't know if you can hear the rumble. I can hear it in my head. I'm assuming it's coming through. But yeah, baby. So yeah, that's the AM guys, the Group 3 guys. They are just prepping the hybrid vehicles right now. All German marquees, ladies and gentlemen. The Japanese did not even get a look in. Someone dipped their toe in the Nissan, and then they pulled it back out again and said, no, that car is undrivable, and I shall not drive it no more. So then we have a full German grid of Audis and Porsches for your perusal. And my good golly gosh, they do look mighty fine when they're out on parade. But at the moment we're just doing some logistics. Should I quit out? Am I doing something? No, I'm not holding anything up. Just everyone is ignoring MJ. We've left now. Oh, it might be a lobby change, ladies and gentlemen. It might be a lobby glitch, because they all think they've quit out. Maybe it's something, maybe I should go out and come back in, see if anything's changed. Oh, it's on a timer, doesn't it usually have to? Oh, they want them to quit out of the... I don't know. Why am I confusing myself with things I do not know? See, I don't think they wanted them to leave the lobby, though. That's now... But he didn't post a time, so it doesn't really matter if he comes back in. Oh no, they are actually leaving the lobby. I think you had to wait for the timer. There was 30 seconds left. And now they shall return. And yeah. So if I remember it, it is Tommy Roo in pole position. Then it's Thunder in second, Duffman in third, Autosport fourth, and Reckless sitting in fifth place. Now they will be prepping the hybrids and getting them ready. I think it looks like we've only got the two Americans for Red Line Racing in their Porsche. It's a Porsche, no Audis. No Garuda. And obviously boosted. No, hang on. What is it? That is it, ladies and gents. It looks like we only have 4 hybrids for our perusal. Oh, the hot brew is good. The hot brew is good. I think this is because St. Croix is such a scary track that it just the guys ran and hid. Yeah, there's no Union Racing, Audis, no JC or Chunky. See, I'd already, because J Car is so awkward, I'd worked out I was going to call him JC from now on. And that worked lovely, and he's not even shown up for my debuting JC anymore. So, darn you, Nitro. And, yeah, Chunky, he's got it all up and running now. I was hoping we were going to have a stream from the Chunkmeister, but I cannot see him either. Adnap very much fighting for the championship here, really, with no boost, no boosters, putting points on the boards. And there we go, we've got a couple of them out. So this one is Adnap's, but he's cavity. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It looks like already the fighting is happening. Look at this. Oh, that's MJ, sorry, not Adnap, but Sinister wanting to be the front guy. He wants no traffic in his lap and making early moves in this one against MJ. Adnap then in the second Porsche. And this is going to do great for the team battle. I should have looked that up. I'll look it up later. And yeah, so Adnap only 4 points behind Boosted in that championship lead battle, but only a point ahead of Deacon, wasn't it? I'm not saying all Americans are the same, but I'm sure it was Deacon. He's had more wins, hasn't he? Sinister's had some unfortunate things in his season so far. Picked up bits of damage here or there. Where was I? Discord. Look at this. I am on it like a car bonnet. Yeah, Deacon in third, chasing down Adnap, only 1 point adrift. So this is a very close battle, really, because they're going to jump Boosted without Boosted being here. So this one is really Adnap versus Deacon Do is the one we're watching. I mean, Sinister, remember, is only 3 points behind as well. If Sinister can get ahead of both. Do you know what? Ignore all that. It's wide open, ladies and gents. Adnap versus Deacon versus Sinister. And that manufacturer's championship I was telling you about, Redline Motorsports, which are the Americans of Deacon Do and Sinister, are leading that championship on 197 points. The Welsh Warriors Motorsports in second on 182 points, but with no representation here at St. Croix, then they are going to lose big points. With a third place Porsche Penske Motorsports, that's Adnap and MJ both present on 167 points. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't leapfrog the Welsh Warriors after this round. And United Motorsports are in 4th on 119 points, but alas, no representation today for the Audi team. I wonder if there's a boycott by Audi or something. Or they're just too busy with their F1 program nowadays to bother with this, I guess. Unfortunate for MJ there, starting off his flying lap with a tripped barrier land. And I don't think he tried the candy floss. But the car looks still in ship shape, so all is good. Sinister, he is driving it like this is it. And it is. He is the one furthest back. He has the most work to do. And with the smaller field, it's going to be hard to make points up, because Adnap and Deacon Do are not going to be like, 2 or 3 places behind. They're just going to be behind. He's got to hope that Deacon takes points away from Adnap whilst he wins, really. That is the base case scenario for Sinister in this race. And he has leapt ahead in the qualifying, and he is absolutely banging in those corners, isn't he? He's really on it. You can just feel an urgency of his lap, where he knows he's got to go for it all. 2 rounds left, and round 10 being out the green hell. It's crazy to think, but I don't think these cars can go around the green hell. I am waiting to witness such things, but they feel confident they're going to be able to go around it. And yeah, but I think it's going to be a jack-in-the-box points system where it could be anyone could win at the green hell. So Sinister, he wants to get jobs done early doors. He wants to get pole, he wants to get the win, and he wants his teammate Deacon Do to take points away from Adnap. And Adnap knows what his mission is, and MJ is fully on board. This is the beauty for Adnap. MJ, not in the championship shout, could play a big part in teamwork. And Deacon, he's out for his own championship. Sinister's out for his own championship. So I don't know how much. Sinister, he did say he was doing a team role last week. He wanted to get the team into that top position. So here he comes then to cross the line. Let's see how serious he is. A 3-minute .3. MJ making his way around. Ooh, it's going to be tight, it's close. MJ, a 3-minute 5, only 2/10 off. Adnap, what have you got, my friend? 3.8, stays in 3rd. Deacon, is he going to surprise us all? It's going to be a similar time as well, maybe not slower. My word, for Deacon now. Now then. This makes the championship somewhat interesting, does it not? MJ, 2nd fastest, ahead of his teammates, and Deacon in the championship battle, along with Sinister and Adnap behind them all. Sinister's got this one all by himself, and he's got the Penske team breathing down his neck. Wow, don't go anywhere, ladies and gents. This is gonna be a start of starts. This is, Deacon's got to go for gold. And I mean, hoofla. I can't even call this one, but it's a strong one. It is a strong one. This is going to count. Every single corner is going to count on the way around this one, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the ultimate race of the season. It has the ingredients to be an absolute banger. With 3 people in a championship battle, it's gonna be interesting. None of them can yield, for starters. Not one of them is going to be able to yield, is it? Is it though? Hey, are they though? MJ is there to absolute cause chaos for the red line team, and Adnap would his dream would be MJ to get ahead of Sinister and then blow a hole open for Adnap to make his way through. And tyre choice is going to be big. It's going to be big, isn't it? Adnap tried to go for that longer run last time, and that it just seemed to lose a little too much time on Deacon in amongst all of that. So it's what is he going to go softs straight away, go on the attack from lap 1, and it's a tricky one, ladies and gentlemen, to call. You can't miss this one. They're having a quick short break. They have to, comfort break, they say, I believe it is, before I think it's 90 minutes. I didn't really look to see if it didn't say anything about the 2-hour one. I think we've done all I don't know, maybe the last one's 2 hours. I know we have 2-hour ones sprinkled in. Duffman, he's raring to go. He's hoping that Thunder and Tommy Roo get themselves all tangled up in some kind of mess and let him get through. He's trying to maintain his 3rd in the championship, is Duffman. I think he might have dropped behind Autosport, maybe. But the thing didn't straighten them up, did they? Didn't I read one that was higher points than the other? So hang on. So Duffman in 3rd is on 81, but I think the 2 below him. I think he's really in 4th. I think Autosport is in 3rd on 84 points. So yeah, Duffman he'll be wanting to finish ahead of Autosport for show. For show. And obviously Thunder would love to get one on Tommy Roo, because Tommy Roo has absolutely blazed this season in the AMs. And he'll be a force to be reckoned with for the pro drivers, with whatever they cook up for next season. So a quick look at those results there then. Sinister the fastest by 0.2. MJ missed out. Adnap only half a second behind him, and Deacon Do losing over a 1.5 seconds on his teammates. This, ladies and gents, could be spicy. That's a finish the hot brew kind of deal, if you know what I mean. Wow. Oh, I thought there was more people. JTR, yeah, JTR's joined. So that's awesome. JTR in the Corvette. I know he has a bit of there's a time gap, and I think it's a tight deadline to get back in time for the race, and he has to miss qualifying, but he can mostly get back just in time to take the green light. So MJ second on the grid, and he'll be playing, I am sure, the team game today. I can't imagine he'll be looking. He would love to get wins, trust me. I imagine that's a tough one for MJ, because I know the wins have been eluding him. He wants more. He's a pro sim racer. He's hungry for at least a win. Oh, I don't know, you know. I think he played a team game. I think if he'd pull over for Adnap, just because it's so close with Deacon and Sinister. But if we have that scenario, that will be one difficult lift, ladies and gents. I'm hoping we're not in that scenario, because that's a tough one. That would be a tough one. So here we are then. Here's the grid. Sinister, MJ, Adnap, Deacon. They're on. Oh, Sinister's gone soft. MJ's gone soft, but Adnap's gone medium, and Deacon's on the soft as well, which gives me an inkling that it'll jump. Rue's on the mediums with Thunder joining them. Softs for Duffman, mediums for Autosport, Reckless on the mediums, and softs for JTR. Here we go then. Sinister leads them away with MJ in hot pursuit, and Adnap on those medium tyres, and Sinister trying to get some heat into the tyres before the first braking zone. Then he is through and away, but oh my word, MJ getting at the corner a lot faster and than Sinister, and all over the back of Sinister, but Sinister has curved it off. He's driven like a absolute legend through there, taken the pressure and come out. Oh, and now MJ again with the pressure on Sinister, and Adnap staying ahead of Deacon Do, who's on the soft tyres, but maybe waiting for him to get up to temperature before absolutely harassing him. And MJ going a little wide there, it seemed, wider than Sinister, but he's getting a better drive. And MJ, you can see, already is on the attack. Tommy Roos, 8/10 on Thunder, and Thunder setting chase, and Duffman not yet getting those tyres into action, but they will be up to temperature soon, and he will be on the attack. Autosport on the medium tyres, seen under pressure from Reckless in the Porsche, and JTR has got huge damage already with no practice. He's jumped in at the deep end. Right then, MJ again having another look at Sinister. And Sinister is going to have to work for this one today, and Adnap right in the thick of it as well. Is Sinister slowing the pace down? Is he trying to ease the pace up to his... Oh, MJ's having a look, and not close enough. Sinister's thrown it in sideways. He escapes with the hair of his left testicle, and Adnap right now is getting the business done right behind MJ. And oh, Sinister, he is under pressure, and it is showing cracks. The car not up to speed as yet where he would like, but now he's built a buffer, and MJ, oh, he's out wide again though, is Sinister, and MJ tenacious on the attack, but oh, again, Sinister's out wide, and MJ's definitely going to take it, is he not? Sinister's still maintaining, but he's got dirty tyres, and MJ is through, and into the lead. Don't throw it away, my lad. And he's kept it in there. Nice touch for MJ as he takes the lead. Sinister, he still maintains second, but he's got Adnap all up and in his busyness. And Deacon Do is testing the water to have a look. I want to look at the AM drivers, I swear. But at the moment, we've got Sinister and Adnap neck and neck coming up the straight. And oh my word, Sinister on those soft tyres, they are grippier. He should have a later braking thing, but no. Adnap does lunge forward into the corner, and Sinister seems to be taking it easier on his brakes at the moment, and the Penske team are going a full shaft, ladies and gents. They've gone tip and shaft in the first few laps, and now Sinister down in third ahead of his teammate Deacon Do. What can Redline Racing do from here? Oh my word, it's the worst case scenario, having to make a call to MJ to lift. Would he though? Because he's ahead of both of these guys. Oh, and Sinister is not taking this lightly. He is on the attack, and he is not messing. He's just on it. Look at him. all over the back of the medium tyres, and Adnap, he doesn't want to get into it. He's like, no, I'm running a race here. Oh, and a little wiggle from Adnap, but I think Adnap there, he went wide a little bit on purpose because he doesn't want to get into it. He doesn't want to lose time from racing. He's getting a lovely toe down here. He's running a different strategy, I am sure. He's getting a lovely toe though, isn't he, eh? Is he going to come back on the attack? That would be crazy. Careful there. They are. The toe might have caught Adnap out there, and he didn't know it. I don't think he was going for an overtake. He just came across a Sinister right in the middle of the track, and Deacon Do keeping it alive there with these two racing ahead of him. In the chat, Garuda saying, how come the race has only now started? Hey, we got through qualifying. You know how long the lap is? Qualifying took a while, my friend. Tommy Roo in first place. He's under attack from Thunder, staying with him as Duffman is as well. Duffman's tyres are going to be starting to come in nicely now, and he will be looking to take the fight to the Porsche and the Ferrari. The Ferrari, though, looking feisty right now, up ahead of the Porsche. MJ still leads from Sinister, Adnap in third, and Deacon is in fourth. Then we're looking at the AM drivers. Tommy Roo leading from Thunder, Duffman right under their chuffs, and Reckless has slipped back ahead, slipped back a little bit, but is ahead of Autosport. So he's overtaken Autosport at some point, and JTR had that major damage. Oh, and again the Corvette not wanting to go through the corner. Gruder saying, oh yeah, haha, I didn't think about that. And Gruder saying, oh well, brakes finished. Good luck to everyone. All right, Gruder, have a good one, as best as you can on one of those if you're at work. So MJ then leads the way. Sinister, though, closing in now. Adnap just hanging on to the back Sinister. But remember, Adnap on the medium tyres on a different strategy. He was never racing Sinister on track. He's racing Sinister to the checkered flag. Not right now. He doesn't need to. He's on a different. He doesn't want to burn the fuel, and he doesn't want to waste the tyres. So Deacon Do. He doesn't seem to have the pace of Adnap on a set of medium tyres, where Deacon's on a softs, and I'm thinking we found a track that isn't quite suited to Deacon Do. You can find out how Deacon Do is doing right now on Twitch if you search for Deacon Do and see it from his perspective. And you might, although he's starting to flick up the purples now, maybe just looking after the tyres. That could be a big part of this. MJ, his tyres are looking good though. They're all right. He's got 2.5 seconds on Sinister. 3:03 last time, but 3:03 also from Sinister. He's trying to pull away from Adnap. And Deacon Do is still in the thick of the action. Tommy Roo has built a buffer. Duffman's through. Duffman, the tyres have come into him, and he has managed to get himself past Thunder. The Ferrari is right under the BMW, and maybe hoping, if Duffman has the grip and the pace, that he can also... Oh, I tell you what, I don't know if... Thunder's trying to help Duffman through a little bit there, giving him a little push under toe. But Duffman then setting chase for Tommy Roo. He is on the soft tyres. And Tommy Roo, though, is trying the great escape at the moment. He is on the getaway. Whoa, and the Porsche just being a little bit feisty, and that does close Duffman right into it. And Thunder, I think he wants to follow Duffman through. He's hoping Duffman's just going to absolutely send it up the inside, and I think he's going to just be like his caravan and come with him. Tommy Roo under an enormous amount of pressure right now as they play the toe game. Everyone's towing somebody except for Tommy, who's getting no toe. And look at Thunder. Could he be any closer to the BMW? And Duffman is sniffing the exhausts of the Porsche, and that is a tricky part of the track. They've all got through nicely, and Tommy Roo now, he's just got to sit there and make no mistakes whatsoever. He's got to get everything perfect, or he will get punished. Duffman having a look, but Tommy Roo says nay. Nay, my friends. Thunder in the Ferrari, 7/10 behind, in the thick of this action. The Porsche getting as close to the barrier as he possibly dare, trying to use every bit of the track with the medium tyres on that Porsche, trying to stay ahead of the BMW. Thunder backing out of it a little bit. It was all getting a little feisty and hot under the collar, and Thunder, he's in for the long game. He's not here to wreck his car. Reckless then staying ahead of Autosport, but Autosport shadowing him and coming at him, it looks like. Is he going for the move here? Autosport up the inside of Reckless. Reckless playing dare around the outside. He's staying with the outside, but Autosport gets, and we got a little knock there. I don't know which way, where, what and how, but yes, Autosport looked like he got the move done, and he's going for it again. And these two having an absolute battle royale, and Reckless absolutely defending with everything he's got. I don't know what the contact was, and I'd like to have a look, but we're just watching them now coming down one of the shorter straights, it seems, and Autosport trying to get a toe off of Reckless, but unable to, or unable to get a toe enough to get a move done. And again, they're still tussling, and Autosport looking for a gap. Anywhere, he says, anywhere there may be a gap, I will take it. And Reckless making that Porsche as wide as he possibly can. Oh my God, I cut away. Sinister has taken the lead and the fastest lap. MJ's picked up damage, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, MJ has had a meeting with something. The barrier, I would assume. And he doesn't want to hold his teammate up. Adnap, he's pulled to one side to let Adnap through. Oh, and Adnap's going all the way around. And poor old MJ, what will he do? Stick with it, or is he going to come into the pits and fix whatever ails him? How unfortunate. Deacon Do in fourth. That battle with Autosport and Reckless. Oh no, we don't know what happened to Reckless, but Autosport, he's going slow. Is he going slow because of the corner, or going slow because he's waiting for Reckless? So although it's rather mute now, we can see that original thing between Autosport and Reckless, with Autosport and Reckless side by side. It looked like Reckless was going all the way around, but Autosport had that inside. Everything looks okay there. Oh, I think the Porsche went a little bit, just lost the back end, and I think Reckless was just a passenger into the front of the Lambo, and the Lambo goes back. We saw that battlage when it happened. So yes, it was just Reckless, the Porsche trying to kill Reckless. But Autosport ahead now, and JTR with a fixed Corvette that doesn't like corners is going to be meeting the Group 1 cars pretty soon. They are coming upon him rather swiftly. We might get on board and see what it's like to be overtaken by 4 very fast Porsches. So on the board with Corvettes, and they might be lucky they've got him on a straight, which is it's not too bad. But this is what it's like for these poor guys. I'll tell you what, I thought they would have had the umph. They've not caught him yet. They're going to get to the corners. So at the moment, JTR just minding his own business, cracking on. It is down to the Group 1 cars to find their way by, and the Group 3 runners just have to stick to their normal lines and don't do anything unsuspected. And Sin has got through. And Adnat then on a different strategy, coming up behind Vodka Rob in the chat, saying hello, hello, hello. Hello. And no, Adnat trying to wait for a better spot to get by, it seems. And there he's gone for that one as JTR cruises on by, and now he's got MJ coming upon him, and that was smooth. MJ, smooth running. Where is Deacon Do? So even with the damage, MJ managing to stay ahead of Deacon Do, and I am suspecting the Deacon is not using the whole of his throttle. I think he is waiting. He is waiting for later in the race, and there we see JTR fighting with the Corvette there after the Group 1 cars made their way through. So Sinister leads by 4.7 seconds, and Vodka Rob says, I found a cure for the Group 1 cars making the wheel wobble like mad. Oh, that's good. I've seen that pop up a couple of times on Facebook. So what's that? Keep hold of it. He says it's the steering sensitivity. I'm sorry, I'm eating a Jaffa cake. I'm really hungry. Wash it down with a bit of go-go juice. Yeah, right. Oh, so MJ is bringing it in to repair.
I always have it at about 380 or 400, but GR1 need to be at around 600.
So for anyone out there with, is it a Fanatec? DD Pro? Vodka Rob saying, gotta get me goggles. It's the steering sensitivity. I always have it about 380 or 400, but Group 1 needs to be around 600. So there you go. So Sinister leads 4.5 seconds. Adnat. Different strategies, remember. Deacon in third. I think he is saving the car. I think he's used half a tank of fuel, and we are 16.5 minutes into the race. That will put him around 33, 34 minutes if he can eke a little bit more out. That is pit stop. It's still a 2-stop no matter what way you look at it. There's no one stopping there. Even looking at Adnat's fuel, it's too many straights, I think, here. The least it's going to be a 2-stopper. Sinister on his way. The fuel is pretty even between all of them. The soft tyres are starting to show. Ooh, and Sinister having Deacon, sorry, having a bounce with the barrier, but he got no damage. That's good. Sinister also. We've seen the red line racing. They usually pit around the same time. They run the same similar strategies to each other. Adnat, he's fighting this championship. He's only a point ahead of Deacon Do, and some 3 or 4 points ahead of Sinister. So that will put, I believe, Sinister in the lead of the championship. I think so. So yeah, and now he's got to hope this strategy is going to work. MJ then has fixed all that needs fixing. He has, he's not fully fueled up, but he's put some fuel in and a fresh set of mediums, and he is on his way again. And yeah.
I just popped him and said hello to Deacon, but he was deep in concentration.
I bet he is. He's in third.
Lost it a little there, faux face with tears of joy.
So Bob Grob saying, I just popped in and said hello to Deacon, but he was deep in concentration. Looks like he lost it a little there, though. He did. We saw him have a wobble. I thought it was Sinister, but it wasn't. It was Deacon. He bumped into the barrier, it looked like, from us. So yeah, don't forget, you can pop into Deacon Do and watch him concentrate on this race. 6 seconds behind Adnap. Fuel, he's burnt a bit more fuel than Adnap, and he's getting on with those tyres. So yeah, Deacon Do, still everything to race for here, but it looks like Sinister absolutely unloading both barrels into this race and claiming the kill early on. But still, nothing's done. He's on a different strategy, I believe, to Adnap, and he's 5 seconds ahead. It's all to play for. MJ slipping back because he had some damage, so he's on an alternative strategy. Let's hope he can get back into it. And Duffman still ahead of Thunder, who is all over. He's griefing him, man. He's griefing him. And Duffman soaking up the pressure from Thunder, who is seeing now Tommy Roo starting to edge away. Remember, Thunder was keeping Tommy Roo under wraps, and he's right there again with the Duffman. And I think he's probably thinking now that the Duffman's getting in his way. Duffman's tyres, I imagine, are starting to feel the hit after 6 very long, grueling laps around St. Croix. And again, Thunder, I think, is he just playing the bunk draft game or something? Because he kind of has a look, but then just gives him a little punt up the bum. But yeah, Tommy Roo driving an absolute solid race at the moment. He's not pulling away, but I think Thunder is using Duffman here and his soft tyres to drag himself around the track to keep himself in contention with Tommy Roo. That is my surmisation. So Duffman then, Duffman's fuel is pretty well. That is one thirsty car, isn't it? The BMW has a thirst, ladies and gentlemen. So he might appreciate that Autosport's giving him a bump draft, really. He probably should have. So Thunder then all up in his business. Autosports is still ahead of Reckless there. And it looks like we lost JTR, the Corvette, just not handling the corners. Duffman goes in, frees up Thunder to chase down Tommy Roo, but Tommy Roo now has a buffer of 2.6 seconds on the Ferrari. And this has been the story of the season. Tommy Roo versus Thunder. And far too many times Tommy Roo has come out on top in Thunder's opinion, and he would love to get one here at St. Croix on the Porsche driver. Autosport goes ahead of Duffman, still a quarter of a tank in the Lambo, plenty to go as Duffman fills up, and it looks like Reckless recently has made a pit stop last time out, because he's on an out lap. Sinister then, tyres are starting to look like they're getting used. He's got just over a quarter of a tank of fuel, and Adnap is on set to chase. He is hunting him down. 8.5 seconds. Deacon has lost on Adnap. He's I think he's sticking to a delta, ladies and gents. I think. But Adnap has saved a bit more fuel than Deacon. And MJ on the hunt at the moment. He's playing catch up in 4th place. Still good points though. It's going to give him a big boost in the championship with the Audi drivers not being present. Looks like Garuda working. Boosted retired. Chunky AWOL, and no one's heard from JC. And I didn't get to use JC as much as I wanted to use JC, because JC isn't here. Tommy Roo, oh, he's doubled his lead. Has Thunder been lifting for some of the Group 1 cars? And he's lost a good chunk on Tommy Roo, and he definitely has to pit. this time round where Tommy Roo will have to pit as well. I'm sure they've got enough to get back. Autosport still with fuel in abundance. That Lambo can eke it out, can't it? It's economical. If you've got a cool few 300 grand to spend it in the way of a Lambo. You'll make a steal. You'll save on petrol. Trust. So yeah, the Lambo. Unbelievable. Fuel economy. Duffman in the absolutely parched BMW. It's thirsty already. It's cooked half the tank already. One lap. And that is like sending a man to fight with one arm tied behind his back. And Duffman with an absolute uphill struggle. Because that BMW was scary how quick it got through its fuel. Thunder, it's looking tight. What's this? He's gone in. I thought he hadn't gone in. Thunder also coming in, but wowzers. 1% for him and 5% for Tommy Roo. It was tight. And this is where's Autosport going to be at the end of this. Adnap's leading. Sorry to cut away. Oh my gosh. Adnap is leading. Oh, and Sinister has picked up damage. Now I've pressed the button, but it's not a guarantee we'll catch anything. No, he's already there behind him, so the damage has already been done. And we missed it. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. But wowzers, has this just taken a huge twist? Has this taken a huge turn? Adnap leads the race. Sinister is in second. His teammate Deacon in third. Now he is close. He's got a quarter of a tank. His tyres are starting to get a little old. Does he pit or does he keep on going with the damage? It looks like he's got a nasty understeer in that Porsche, and Adnap is steadily pulling away from him on slower tyres, although they do look a little fresher. Deacon 10 seconds behind, a 3:05. It looks like the soft tyres are definitely at the end of their life cycle. MJ is closing in, you know. So Sinister isn't losing. I mean, it is. It's steadily, and it's still the same lap, and it's doubled. It's gone up to 2 seconds now. My word, we're only 26 minutes into this race, 27 minutes into this race. It has been action-packed. This is why they chose the tracks with all the barriers. Ooh, nearly from Sinister. But still, steadily staying ahead of his teammate, Deacon Do. I think Deacon is really struggling with the tyres at the moment. And with all that fuel on board, I imagine he's hesitant to make a pit stop. Adnap, at the moment, everything going his way. It's the Martini way. Penske racing absolutely giddy with what the turn of events that has happened. Now, Sinister is the one to watch. Is he going to go in? Sorry, we were in the middle of the Group 3 pit stops when we cut away, and Sinister stays out. He feels it's manageable all along. A 3:05. Deacon Do was doing 3:05s as well. That might be just down to the shoddy tyres, 3:06 from his teammate. So Sinister, even though he's losing nearly a second and a half, 2 seconds a lap to Adnap, he feels it's worth staying out on with. Oh no, that might have just been lag. I don't think he actually hit that. And Deacon then could make a move on his teammate, but I think he's struggling with the tyres. MJ could be the fly in the ointment here for Redline Racing. Autosport is leading, but his fuel is low. Tommy Roo got out 4 seconds ahead of Duffman, so they maintained. And Tommy Roo's gone for a second set of medium tyres, where Thunder has opted for the softs. Now, the Group 3 cars, they usually run out of fuel a lot sooner than the hybrids. That's these straight lines are killing those hybrids, although some of those hybrids have still got quite a bit of fuel on board, haven't they? So Autosport does make his pit stop, and I may imagine, oof, he was a little bit behind Duffman, wasn't he? So I don't know. I think he's going to slot in behind Duffman, maybe. Tommy Roo already through and back into the lead. Thunder into second place. It's Duffman then, and he's coming along the line now, easily ahead of Autosport. And Reckless, he's made a couple of pit stops to Autosport's one. Autosport's still in the pits. And Reckless is coming up towards him. This could be something, you know, ladies and gents. Autosport's still yet to shift now. They've released him. And Reckless is coming down the start straight. This is going to be a little feisty, ladies and gents. Autosport then out onto the track and on his way. But Reckless within sight, within firing range. And he will be chipping away at Autosport there. And the Lambo will be feeling very heavy, very sluggish. And with the medium tyres as well, not very turnable. Adnap, 6.3, and oh my good golly gosh, Sinister throwing away a shed load of time there. I don't know. I don't know what to say. The pit stop was there. The opportunity, he thought the car was drivable, but it looks like his tyres have absolutely fallen away from him, and he's now opting for that pit stop. Adnap staying out, and Deacon, we see he's staying out. Deacon, oh no, last minute, it can't be last minute because of the pit penalty thing. So MJ, it must be a very short entrance. MJ 25 seconds behind him. He's coming around those final corners, so definitely aiming to be the fly in Redline Racing's ointment, as he will get ahead of the both Porsche drivers. This is tight. It's exhilarating. MJ then absolutely taking the bull by the horns now. He has planted some fantastic lap times in, and I mean, the podium's there. The podium is there, especially with Sinister's damage. Sinister's got it done. He's fixed it, he's filled it, and he's put new tyres on. And now he's on his way. Deacon Dude not far behind him, has gone for a set of mediums this time. He's gone for the medium tyres. He's going for a longer run, I guess, on a Sinister on a speedy set of tyres, trying to chase down MJ. 21 seconds, but MJ already halfway through his tank. He's going for fastest lap, ladies and gents. It's MJ right now, and we're moving into that phase. We've done the first half hour. All bar one of the pit stops in the hybrids have been done, and all the pit stops in the Group 3 cars have been completed. And it seems very spaced out, but it does close up again once the pit stops are, you know, leveled out a bit. Tommy Roo, 2.6 seconds losing time on Thunder. Thunder, well, he's on the soft tyres, isn't he? Of course. Thunder going onto those soft tyres and going on the attack, pulling 2 seconds back on his adversary. And Duffman onto those medium tyres in a very thirsty BMW. He's 27 seconds ahead of Autosport. Autosport's picked up a small penalty, and Reckless, he has neither gained nor lost on Autosport. They are matching each other, but it looks like Autosport's going to pay a penalty, and that is going to be very helpful for Reckless. Reckless's car looks absolutely on edge. So, and that then, getting to 33 minutes in the race, makes a pit stop, and his teammate should continue on. His tyres look good, his fuel looks fine, and so MJ will continue on. And he's playing. Oh, Reckless is gone. He was just closing in. He was closing in on Autosport. He must have dropped it or something. MJ 5.7 seconds ahead of Adnap, so Adnap back out the pits, and yeah, MJ could play a huge role here for Adnap, either towing him and letting him save some fuel, although he's on those soft tyres now. Any fuel saving, it'll just be pretty much just for a shorter stop next time around, and hopefully not make the same mistakes as Sinister. I think he took it. I think the soft tyres. Him and Deacon asked for a couple of laps too much for him. I think those last few laps on those soft tyres were tricky, and he was in a no-risk situation in the lead. I think he could have afforded to come in earlier, but hey, I am no racer, honestly. This is armchair experts' opinions. It's in one of those, I wouldn't even be ahead of the Group 3 cars. Trust me, I'd be facing the wrong way. I am not speaking from, like, you know, any kind of you know, knowledgeable skills that I may have. Just from an armchair enthusiast is the words I speak. But yeah, you know, in the world of hindsight and not being in the car, it looked like both Deacon and Sinister, I think, went 2 laps, or a lap at least, too long on those soft tyres. So our lesson's going to be learned by Adnap, as he is on the hunt for a win to put himself in a perfect place going into the final race of the season, in prime position at the top of the championship, and the 2 Americans will have to fight for the trophy. Tommy Roo at the moment's pulled a little time out. We saw he had a penalty, but it's it must be this lap that Thunder's lost the time. But yeah, down to 5 seconds for Thunder. It must have made a mistake, but no damage, thankfully. Duffman 10 seconds adrift of him. Will the tyres stay in there for the Ferrari? I mean, he's chewing them up. He is chewing them up. But I think the fuel, oh, he's trying to warm them up, it seems. Now, it does look like the shadows are getting long here. And it did say in the track bump that it was dusk till, was it dawn till dusk? I don't think Sequoia's got night mode, but I imagine the road could be getting cooler. It does have that dynamic, and it does look like Thunder is not happy with something in the Ferrari. He's shaking it around a little bit. So maybe he doesn't feel that he's getting the heat in the tyres to plant those corners like he needs. The Porsche looking like it's very friendly to tyres. It's not scrubbing those mediums too hard. And Tommy Roo at the moment, he's at a canter, I think, ladies and gents. He's just keeping that gap to Thunder, making Thunder do all the work. And Duffman, he's dropping away from Thunder there. So I'm saying Thunder's losing time, but Duffman's losing time on him. And is Autosport going to be able to catch Duffman before the end of the race? Autosport ahead of him in the championship by about 3 points. So still all to play for between Duffman and Autosport. Autosport 30 seconds adrift, but still 50 minutes on the clock and plenty of racing to do. And Duffman halfway through his fuel, where Autosport we saw went very long in the first stint. MJ, that looked like he just had an off, but he didn't. It's fine, just a wiggle. So MJ 5.2 seconds ahead of his teammates, just done his fastest lap with a 3:01. But Sinister back once again with the bad posture. Is I don't know if he hasn't. I don't know how his posture is. It's just, you know. So and so Sinister there, 3 minute on the nose as he sets chase after his blip in the race. Thunder saying tyres rubbing the body again, can't turn. Oh yeah, he said after the last update it's like the Ferrari was lowered so much that it's just he can't get it turned around. They do look like they're right in there. He's getting rather frustrated because he can't turn the wheels because they're scrubbing the bodywork. And do you know what Ferrari have done about it? Naff all. So poor old Thunder, like a typical Ferrari driver, it's the car first, my friend, you second, just drive it. But yeah, you can see he's fighting the turns on that, but luckily for him, Duffman is dropping away, so Thunder doing just enough, whilst Tommy Roo goes faster than he's gone before. MJ, oh, he's losing ground now. Oh, Adnap taking the fastest lap, and Sinister and Adnap, although cannot see each other on the track and have 13 seconds gap between them, are playing a game of minds. They're playing the mind game. So Sinister putting down the fastest lap, and Adnap then taking the fastest lap away from Sinister. And Sinister knows he already knows he needs to push in this race. But how much can you push when there is barriers everywhere? Look, sat on board with Sinister. Look how scary this is. Well, I a Jaffa cake quick. Oh, we're getting close to that time though, aren't we? It is close to a time for... I should go and sit in Adnap though, because he's closing in on MJ, so you'll see some action. Sorry, Sinister. My word, where's MJ? Sorry, guys. Go away for 2 seconds, don't you? Oh, he's pitted. Thank the Lord. So MJ is just pitting. You lot know more than me. I stepped outside for a little fresh air. It wasn't that fresh, but you know what I mean. Oh. Who said that? So Adnat then takes the lead of the race. You were on board. You were on board for that 2:59.9 as well. Lucky duckies. Sinister setting chase, but he's lost a couple of seconds on him. And it doesn't look like the soft tyres are working out for Sinister today. They don't seem to be yielding. Have I got a sticky thing on top of the microphone? Oh God, I did a sound check. Sorry if I've been muffled. It's all new equipment, you see. I think the plastic thing's over the microphone. You must, guys, how have you heard me? So there's something on there. Well, I suddenly got, like, hugely louder. And that'll be fun to watch back for quality control. New headphones. I don't mind. I'm not sponsored, but I'll tell you. Because I had a set before. I bought exactly the same set. Palm Beach. Palm Beach, they're 11 quid on Amazon. It's a bargain. See, they're only in one ear. Because when you have, like, full-on headphones, you can't really hear yourself talk, and it's really odd. I do it on VR, and you can't really hear yourself, and you feel your voice start straining. But these, it's only one ear ones. Goes over one ear, the other ear, I can hear myself talking. There you go, bang tidy. Sinister is on the move. He is chasing this win down. He's seeing the championship slipping away, as is Deacon. Deacon just has not had the pace here at St. Croix today, it seems. And MJ has had the pace, but has had a little unfortunate luck with damage, as did Sinister earlier in the race as well. So he is out of sequence, but we're not sure he's out of it. I think he is still in this race. He's just, oh, what a shame. He's just got himself past one of the Group 3 cars, Autosport there, and then goes straight into a barrier. Oh, absolutely soul destroying there for MJ. It looks like he's ruined everything on the front end of that car, and he is into the pits. Well, luckily it was right close to the pits. Let's try and get a silver cloud out of that one, a silver lining, should I say. Tommy Rue leads Autosport up into second place. Thunder just pitting back out again ahead of Duffman, who looks like he had to pit the same time as Thunder. I didn't keep track of that stint, I apologise. But Thunder was saying he was struggling to get the car turned. He's gone for a set of softs now. And I think he is going to be glad to see the back of the Ferrari. Yeah, I think with the update mid-season, it started nice. The relationship started well. Ooh, that's dead sexy, that, isn't it, when they just move out of the way of the barrier. Yeah, with the update mid-season, I think the Ferrari has got some issues now. Autosport in the Lambo on a different strategy, doing what he needs to do. Oh no, we've just lost someone. Who did we lose? It's none of the... It's Tommy and Duffman. Thunder. Thunder's gone. He's only... Oh, he's had enough of the Ferrari, it seems. He is DNF, ladies and gentlemen. Autosport ahead of Duffman, but they're on different strategies. That is a championship battle. And Tommy Rue, I think we can now say, is... If he wasn't before, he definitely is now the AM Drivers' Champion. And he's done a superb job in his endeavours. Oh, what a shame for Thunder. I am so sorry, Thunder. Next season, man, is your season. Don't dismay. Adnat, at the moment, leading 14 seconds from Sinister. Sinister back in the 3 minutes after dropping 3 seconds at that last lap around. tyres may be going for Adnap. He's doing regular 302s. And in the chat then, Thunder saying, I can't stand the Ferrari anymore. This update has butchered it. What's Nürburgring going to be like for this? Well, it's got the most corners. So if it's the corners that the Ferrari is struggling with, ooh, big lag spike there for Adnap, but everything seems kosher at the moment. Tommy Roux into the pits, but his closest competitor has gone. So, and Duffman and Autosport, I don't think they're that close as well. I think Duffman, after the pits, should be quite a way ahead of Autosport. And Saint Croix really is taking its victims seriously. MJ, he got that damage just before the pits. Still in it. Look, he's only 34 seconds behind Deacon, and Deacon's halfway through his fuel. So MJ not losing a major amount of time to Deacon, and Sinister playing dare with the barriers there. A man with no fear whatsoever. And 15 seconds adrift of Adnap at the moment. Deacon Do, remember, his scenario was to be ahead of Adnap. And Bodkrop saying Ferrari Group 3, is it you're on about? Yeah, he was driving a Group 3. It's the Group 3s and the Group 1 cars. And yeah, ever since the update, he has complained that he struggles turning because of the bodywork rubbing, and you can see it in the when we watch. Those wheels are tucked right up in those mud flaps, whatever, fenders. So MJ really now is head down in it, it's crack on, and it is really to try and take third place away from Deacon Do. Deacon Do not enjoying Saint Croix. As we've seen him, he's won 2 races this season spectacularly, and but here at Saint Croix he just can't dial the Porsche in. Too many corners, and the Porsche does he likey. Sinister, he's got the pace, but it's just out of control chaos in the cockpit of Sinister. And yeah, he's hunting down the win. He could take the lead. Any of these top 3 could take the lead of the championship in this race. With 37 minutes left on the clock, there is still a hell of a lot of racing to be done for heads to go down. But at the moment, Adnap is in control. Absolutely. Super stuff from Adnap so far. And a solid drive to take another win, I would say. And Bodkrop saying, I did the Nord in it earlier today and it felt fine, so it may be just some corners at certain tracks. You'll have to give it a run, Thunder. You'll have to give it a run around and see what you think. Adnap leads 16.3 seconds ahead of Sinister. Sinister trying to get this race back on track. He had a blip earlier, but has been on a recovery since. And he's smashing them in, but that Porsche is no good on an old set of soft tyres. And he is now heading into the realms of some shoddy soft tyres. He's going to be on the mediums, I imagine, for his last stint. We haven't seen him on the mediums yet. Adnap ran the mediums in his first stint, and he's going great guns in this middle stint here on the softs. I imagine he's quite comfortable with the softs, whereas Sinister, he's burnt through a couple of them. And Deacon Do, he's on a medium set now, struggling with pace, although he's matching Sinister at the moment. Sinister's old tyres, 303, 302. Deacon doing 304s, 305s. MJ on a set of soft tyres, 301s. I think we've seen him on the medium tyres, so... But but he's going to have to, that's not going to get him all the way to the end of this race. I think he's going to have to make a pit stop. Autosport, meanwhile, still fuel on board, and Duffman, Jesus, is this another consecutive, I've lost count of Autosport's podiums. I think this is like his 4th consecutive podium, I'm sure of it. And Thunder in the chat saying, now I think about it, Ferrari was fine every time the race starts, but when the race reaches the halfway mark, Ferrari doesn't want to turn. It's time for some testing. Interesting. Maybe it's the fuel. Maybe the lighter it gets, the worse it gets, but I don't know how you can fix that. Adnat, meanwhile, everything is going according to plan. It's not a one-stop. There's still a pit stop in it for him. I don't believe he can get that fuel, but he's done very well on the fuel so far. Sinister, he's got fuel, but I do have concerns about his tyres and their welfare. And Vodkarov in the chat saying tyre issue maybe for the Ferrari. We should get the hive mind onto it. Anyone out there with an opinion on why the Ferrari is becoming such a pig in mid-stints? And Sinister, he's setting chase for Adnap. He's got a tough job. Still 33 minutes on the clock. It is not over yet, but he is getting very close to a pit stop where Adnap seems like he's still got a good 10-15 minutes left of driving in his Porsche. Deacon Do on the medium tyres. He's been doing some lovely laps, and now he's into a consistency, and MJ hasn't been able to close in anymore. Although MJ, look at those 301s. MJ really did truly have the pace today.
Ideas for your channel theme, and I bet you'll definitely like them. Hit me at Discord.
And in the chat, we've got Shepherd Daryl saying, hey, I subscribed. I want to share with you some cool ideas for your channel theme, and I bet you'll definitely like them. Hit me on Discord. All right then, man. I'll check you out. So Adnap then leads. That, though, to me, I'm sorry, bro, but it really does sound like you are a prince of Nigeria and you've got a lot of money that you want to transfer into my account. But first, I've got to transfer a load of money into your account to just to make the connection of the banks. But then you'll put like £3 trillion in my bank account. It really comes across like that. But hey, man, I take everything on face value. So Sinister, he's pushing on with Deacon Do. He's just Deacon Do. He's got a consistent pace going on now, but I think he is more going to be looking over his shoulder at this man here, MJ, who is absolutely 2-3 seconds a lap faster than Deacon Do at the moment, and is starting to close in on the American driver. So 31 minutes on the clock. Deacon Do, I think if he can't find a bit more pace in the Porsche, he might find he's going to be in a tussle with MJ. Sinister, he loves driving that Porsche to the end of their tyres. Oh, and he scares me when he goes into the braking zone. But Sinister pushing on still. He's come across Autosport, and it's I tell you what, they've got better. They've got better. Look at me. Oh, look at them. They're good children. No, you don't notice it. You don't notice the Group 3 and the Group 1 cars coming across each other as much. Oh, Sinister is really edging his bets, pushing his luck with this car. He really is driving on a knife's edge. The fuel is flashing. So by the end of this lap, I'm sure he's going to pit. Adnap still with a quarter of a tank of fuel. Where does he get that fuel conservation from? Deacon do as well with a quarter of a tank. So you can see how much Sinister has pushed. He pitted at the same time as Deacon do. Deacon on the medium tyres obviously can't push as hard. And, but yeah, the fuel is immense. MJ, he's pushing on 301s every lap. Purples now. My good golly gosh, MJ. He is hungry for that podium. He wants a sticker on his car for Nürburgring. Tommy Roo, meanwhile, nobody to race. 43 seconds ahead of Duffman after Autosport's pit stop. That puts Duffman back up ahead. And I have no idea about pit stops. Duffman obviously is definitely going to have to pit. Tommy Roo definitely is going to have to pit. Autosport, he's got a whole tank of fuel to go 30 minutes, hasn't he? So Autosport, I imagine, is driving to the end of the race, and Duffman, he could be in trouble. His second place could be in trouble right now. And I think Tommy Roo he's got an easy cruise all the way to the checkered flag. Adnap is hunting for another win from this season. I can't see any stickers on his car. I don't know. He's had wins, hasn't he? Or has he not? Is he going to be like a Keke Rosberg? But didn't he win a championship without actually winning a race? Someone did, because I saw it on Facebook not that long ago. Adnap's won a race. I'm sure he has. Oh my God. How am I meant to know? How am I meant to retain such things? I know Deacon and Sinister have won. Garuda kind of won. Adnap, that was the one Adnap won. I think Adnap definitely has won one, because Garuda got disqualified and Adnap came second, I think. Sinister into the pits then. This time no dramas in this stint, thank you sir. And the pit guys don't have to start pulling off bits of bodywork. Deacon 22 seconds ahead of MJ. Still got fuel, so he's going to carry on. Tyres are good. Goes ahead of his teammate and does his fastest lap to date, a 3:03.9. Adnap, 52 seconds in the lead. He's got a good 10 minutes of fuel. 8 minutes of fuel on board, but his tyres are starting to look worse for wear. Deacon do. His mediums look absolutely delectable, and it's mediums for Sinister and nearly a full tank of fuel. So he is going to push. MJ. .6 seconds behind Sinister after his pit stop. And oh, that was a close one for Sinister, wasn't it? That would have been absolutely disastrous to come out behind MJ. Although MJ is doing some absolutely banging lap times. Deacon then, how far is he gonna go? And Adnap, I mean, he's gonna pit and come back out in the lead, I believe. And I think this is gonna be a glorious win for Adnap. Fought for it. And got it. Tommy Roo.
After some testing, I can confidently say the soft tyres and low suspension are the main issue for the car.
Uh-oh. So Thunder saying after some testing, I can confidently say the soft tyres and low suspension are the main issue for the car. Yeah, but when you have to use the soft tyres, that's going to be a tough one, isn't it? You just come out and do like 3 laps on softs and then go back onto mediums. So Adnap leads from Deacon. Sinister in third. Sinister has pitted. And MJ is fourth, but he's out of sequence of pit stops. His tyres getting near the end of their run. But he does have quite a bit of fuel on board. Tommy Roo, 50 seconds ahead of the BMW. And we think Autosport is running to the end, and Duffman is going to have to make a pit stop before the end. So I think Duffman, it's not done and dusted. So Adnap comes in. Deacon Do pushes on. But like I said, I think Adnap's going to get back out in the lead. And Deacon Do, though, he's going to come in. So yeah, I think easily in the lead for Adnap. Because Deacon's going to make his pit stop. MJ, 5 seconds away from Sinister. Sinister on the medium tyres, and there we go. MJ does get past Group 3. Yeah, I said earlier, you don't notice it as much. Like earlier in the season, it was quite jarring with them trying to get past the Group 3 cars, but I mean, I know there's not a lot of cars out there at the moment. It's a shame, but this does seem to tend to happen in lots of league races. I don't get it, but people kind of drop out before the end of the season, and it's not Boosted. Boosted had a good reason, I'm not. And Garuda obviously at work, but I mean, sort of, yeah, the no-shows. It's weird. It's weird because each race is fun, even if you haven't got a chance in the championship or.
In the garage until they fix it.
Yeah, I mean, each race is still fun, even if you haven't got a chance in the championship or you're coming last. The experience of doing it is still a blast. So yeah, MJ into the pits, as is Deacon. Deacon out ahead of MJ. MJ still being topped up. Full fuel for Deacon. 23 minutes on the clock. I think Deacon could have got away with a 3/4 of a tank. MJ's gone for 3/4 of a tank. So Deacon over-fueling there and giving himself a bit of a battle with MJ. And MJ, ladies and gents, like I earlier said, like I thus told you so, that he still had a chance of a podium, and he is 6.7 seconds behind Deacon. Deacon's on soft tyres, but Deacon has struggled with pace at St. Croix in that Porsche all evening. We know that Deacon is very fast. I'm saying he's not struggling with pace overall. He's not pulling a Lewis Hamilton on us. No, he's struggling with pace at this track with this car. And MJ is 6 seconds behind him. The race is on, ladies and gents. It is not over. 22 minutes on the clock. And MJ has a mission. And it'll help his teammate out in no end if he can take some points away from the red line team. Meanwhile, Sinister 21 seconds, but anything can happen. Adnap may make a mistake. Adnap might break something on the car. It's easily done. We see Adnap spin out last week. He saved it miraculously, but he still is he's vulnerable to mistakes even out there in the lead on his own. But it's going to be a tough one to try and catch him. Sinister's going to give it a good go, though. He's gone for the medium tyres. He has not used them yet in the race. So he is now taking that compulsory tyre on. And in the chat, Thunder saying, it's fine, just one more race, and I can put the Ferrari to sleep in the garage until they fix it. Yeah, because the Ferrari, wasn't that like a little bit of a favourite for a while? It wasn't OP, no, but it was just a favoured car. You'd see it come up a lot. So Sinister then comes across a Duffman in second place. He's racing for his position with Autosport going to the end, we believe. Duffman having to make a pit stop in this race. And yeah, that second place under threat from Autosport. And they're fighting each other in the championship. 3 points, I think, betwixt the pair of them. So Duffman won't want Autosport catching him up. But yeah, fuel is low in the BMW. Tommy Roo also will need to visit the pits, but I think he has enough of a lead on Autosport for it to be no concern. Adnap then pitted, soft tyres, fueled, back out, 22 seconds to the better of Sin, and Sin, all he can do is hope that he gets an absolute blinder at Nordschleife. Deacon has got to try and keep maintaining. He has. He's pulled a second out on MJ's got damage. MJ, what a shame.
And I bet you'll definitely like them. Hit me at Discord.
What a shame. What a shame.
After some testing, I can confidently say the soft tires and low suspension.
What he had to push though, ladies and gents. It was all or nothing. He was pushing for that podium. And yeah, unfortunately, the car has let him down. And poor old MJ has if he didn't have worse luck, he'd have no luck in this season. It has not gone well for him. I know he has not been overly happy with the Porsche, and yeah, again, the Porsche has taken a big bite out of MJ's soul. Bless him. Tommy Roo coming close to a pit stop now. It looks like he's had some dice, hasn't he? He's got some scrapes on the front corner. And Duffman. Also, he's not quite on his pit stop yet, but he's going to have to take one for the end of the race. And Autosport looking good for second place. Tommy Roo then into the pits to replenish and retire the car. Not retire the car, to put tyres on, new tyres. So Duffman, yeah, the fuel has started flashing. I imagine he will be in at the end of this lap, and Autosport might just sneak second place out of this race. And that, meanwhile, it looks like it is.
Etc. I could never understand that Sunes guy in our league. He quit so often, and he probably had the best.
Oh, bless Vodka Rob, talking about a league we raced in Ultimate Racing League, I think. Someone who used to quit out every race. It was weird. Talking about missing races, etc. I could never understand that Sunes guy in our league. He rage quit so often, and he probably had the best pace, so he could have easily got back into top three. Yeah, it was an odd one. I think the time zone, because he used to get quite grumpy about if there was any delays and stuff. So I think he used to say he'd have to be up at 4 in the morning. So I think it was just one of them. I think if he'd made a mistake, he was just like, oh, sweat it, I'm going to bed. That's all I can assume, because it's a lot of effort to sign up to a league and get yourself all ready, free up your evening, everything like that. So yeah, it is weird that you don't want to just partake in all of them. See, Autosport did need to stop. Now I am surprised. He's carrying a half a second penalty, and MJ said he bottled it. Did he? Did he though? No, you didn't. I don't know what bottled it meant. He said bottled it in the chat, but Autosport, that is I don't think you needed that fuel. Well, yeah, Duffman's put a full whack in, and Tommy Roo has put 3/4 in. So, I don't know. Yeah, so I was wrong. Autosport was not set there to take second place away from Duffman. Duffman's safe. Maybe he had damage. Maybe he'd smashed something.
I never could cuss. Anything can happen right up to the final lap.
What, like, you think you're going to lose second place in the pit stops, and then the bloke behind you pits? He had the fuel. I think he had the fuel. He must have damaged someone, and he's picked up a penalty, so maybe that's for like hitting a barrier or something. And he picked up damage, and he probably thought it's best to go in, fix the damage, and then chase Duffman down. Maybe put new tyres on and chase Duffman down. Duffman at the moment, though, absolutely solid. It's looking safe, bruv. 15 minutes left on the clock. Tommy Roo is supreme. Adnap, 23 seconds to the better of Sinister. And Sinister, he's I wouldn't want to be Sinister's cat after tonight. It might get...
And I've spent my fair share of time towards the back, as well faced with tears of joy.
He might... Sinister's cat might be in danger of just a little tap, a little toe pump. Sinister around the outside of the corner again, scaring me on every curb as he sets chase for Adnab. Look at him, he is absolutely on the raggedy edge, isn't he? Calm down, Sin. Chill, man. He is driving with a rage, isn't he? A rage that I've only seen Max Verstappen harness. Vodka Ab with the laughing face, and Vodka Rob also saying, I never quit because anything can happen right up to the final lap. You're wrong, not wrong there. And Vodka Rob saying, I've spent my fair share of time towards the back as well. Well, you just enjoy your race, don't you? But I think VR helps that because it's such a immersion that even if you're having a bad race and you're at the back, you just kind of just enjoy the experience. I've never done St. Croix in VR. I fancy it. I want to see what that bridge is like, because the one at Grand Valley is awesome. So Adnap then, bringing it around. What an absolute drive from Adnap. VR is awesome, ain't it? Yeah, no, well, yours must be absolutely doubly awesome with your Pro. But us mere mortals with the old PS5s, it's still pretty good. It is pretty good. Sinister, he's ahead of Deacon, and I mean, I do say they're both still fighting for the championship as well. And I think the championship's still alive for the final round. It still could go anyone's way, but Adnap has really, really helped himself going into the final round, hasn't he? It is down to the Americans to go on the attack now, and they might need a game plan. They might have to decide amongst them that they have to attack it with a two-prong fork. And MJ then into the pits after the damage he has picked up. What a shame for MJ. He was on it. It looked like a podium could have been on the cards there, but again the Porsche not playing game. And Tommy Roo leads, and Thunder said, I'm going to get sick if I try racing in VR. You kind of get used to it. I didn't have the sick problem, but I've known people who've had the sick problem, and I think people said, or the general gist is, it's not as bad on GT, like GT Sport on the original VR. It was a little bit sort of like jerky and a little bit sort of like oof. But I think because it's smoother now, you don't get that sort of motion sickness, but it's not, you know, I don't know. I don't have a major problem with it. I know some people just get sick straight away. Vodka Rob only got the Pro because Amazon had an easy pay 5 or 6 months, I think. Oh, right, there you go. Yeah, I think before any Pros are on board for me, I'd like to try one of them fancy wheels. I always said I wouldn't buy one, but if I had the Kachang Chang, and it's getting to the busy time of year for what I do, so there might be some extra cash. Who knows? And at 39 seconds, why? Oh no! Oh no! 10 minutes on the clock. Deacon and Sinister, like I already said, are in a battle as well. Inter-team battle. MJ's parked it. You shouldn't have parked it. Fix it. Get out. Sinister has absolutely trashed his car. And MJ parking it in the pits. He needs to get back in. The team needs to find him and get him back, because Sinister, he's going to have to pit and fix. Oh, what a shame for Penske team. A podium could have been on the cards. Deacon then, he's catching up Sinister. Is Sinister going to try and take this all the way to the end? I mean, he's broke the engine, he's broke the front left suspension and his front diffuser, and the car now he's evened it up on the suspension now. At least it might be more balanced to drive. And oh, there's still no movement on the MJ front, so Sinister only really has to worry about Deacon Do. Deacon is catching him at a rate of knots. And yeah, oh, MJ could have put more pressure on. And Sinister is struggling with pace now, as his car has some serious issues. Poor Sinister, I mean, he's had to go for it because Adnap is on a solid drive. And what did he have to lose? But it looks like third place as his teammate comes across him. And I imagine his teammate cannot believe his luck. And Sinister then, I imagine, will be playing for the team come the final round. And no, they didn't work on the other Penske. So Sinister, he can just hobble on to the end. He doesn't need to make a pit stop. He doesn't have to worry about behind him. What an absolute Ferrari move from the Penske team. Tommy Roo, meanwhile, a minute 14 ahead of Duffman. Duffman 15 seconds, so Autosport has pulled in time on Duffman, but not enough, I believe, with 8 minutes on the clock, which is only a couple of laps to go. And Thunder saying, ooh, getting serious now, thingy. And Vodka Rob saying, when you think how much other hobbies can cost, sim racing isn't too expensive on PS at least. Adnap then leads. No. If you mean serious about sim racing, no. I just want to know what those wheels. They look so good. They look so good that you know, I wouldn't mind having a go. Ooh. But I've always said I don't play enough GT7 to warrant having one, really. Because I play all sorts of other games, and I'm not doing this, believe it or not. So Sinister into the pits. Is he retiring it? Well, I suppose yeah. No, he's fixed it. He's on his way out. He waved to MJ's pit crew as he went past. Deacon then up and into second, and who would have thunk it? And Adnap coming across Duffman, whom is in second place, and finding his way by. And we've had some scalps here, with only 6 finishing.
If you're ever in Stoke-on-Trent, you're more than welcome at my yard, mate.
Oh, bless. Vodka Rob saying, if I'm ever in Stoke-on-Trent, you're more than welcome at my yard, mate. Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you very much. I'm up that way Christmas Day. What we having? Because you eat all the best food. You're always boasting about something nice you're eating, so I'm bringing the whole family up Christmas Day. We're going to have a Vodka Rob lunch. A Vodka Rob Xmas buffet of McDonald's, pizza, chip shop. So Adnap then a minute ahead of Deacon Do. Deacon Do inheriting second place from his teammate. Oh no. Oh, like I said, if it's just not been the season for Sinister, it really hasn't. He is absolutely must be boiling. His blood must be bubbling and boiling in that car. And screaming as well. Carlos in the chat saying, I think Adnap will win. I reckon he might have a go at it. And Vodka Rob saying, I've just had fish and chips as it goes. Nice. Do you get batter bits? Do you? Southerners don't know what battle bits are. Adnap then, he may win this one. Deacon Do though, keeping that championship alive into the final rounds, and Sinister as well with a chance to it, but a little bit further now than he was. A win would have been a wonderful thing for him, and it looked like he started this weekend. They started this race with a bang, getting podium position and looking very much. Oh, again, the Porsche undrivable around St. Croix. And MJ, that podium, I'm afraid, was on. It was on the cards, unfortunately, for Sinister.
The fish was huge, drooling face.
Oh, nice. Here we go. Let's have a look. There was loads of batter bits in with it. Oh, yeah. The fish was huge. Cracking. Oh, I haven't had dinner. I've had half a pack of Jaffa cakes while I've been streaming. And you didn't know, did you? You didn't notice how I've been munching away. That's how good I am. Yum, yum. That's all I can say. Biscuit or cake, I couldn't give a toss. They're great.
I do love a Jaffa cake.
Who doesn't? So Adnap then. This is a huge boost into his championship. Deacon Do as well, keeping the championship alive. He's only 1 point adrift from Adnap. I can't remember how the point system works. It does say. Hang on. I think I'm being lazy because I'm pretty sure it tells you what the point system is in the in the standings bit. Does it? I think I've seen it before. Oh no, I've gone down to another championship now. Alright, maybe not. Maybe it's in the regulations. No, I can't find anything. So I don't know what the points are, but we'll read it out during the next race, won't we? Deacon Do though, keeping that championship alive. 2 minutes left on the clock. And Tommy Rue now unlapping himself from MJ. MJ slipping down the order. Are they putting some fuel in there? And they're sending him out just to finish the race. And Tommy Rue leads by a mile. Duffman has lengthened the lead to Autosport. Oh, Autosport picked up damage. What a shame. But still, finishing last and still on the podium is quite a feat, ladies and gents. So, great job from Autosport. Adnap, a minute and a half left on the clock in a race where we saw him take the lead of the championship. He's had a super run and a great campaign with one race left to go. He's just got to finish ahead of Deacon Do and Sinister. And trust me, that is not an easy job at the German Nordschleife. But Adnap at the moment, bringing her on round. I don't even know if this is the final lap. He might have to do another one after this. No, I think this is the final lap. I think this one will be the last lap we're going to see from Adnap. And Deacon Do almost a minute behind, and he's a minute and a half ahead of his teammate. Oh, it looks like they've proper retired the other Penske now. Autosport with that damage, still chasing Duffman down, but Duffman pulling away nice and steady. Duffman actually putting in the fastest laps he's done of the race so far, and Tommy Roo looks like he's going to wait the 10 seconds, ladies and gents. As is Sinister. Oh, beautiful. I hope they're not going to be a problem for anyone coming around. Adnap then, is he going to slow down on the line? No, the flag's out, and that is Adnap for the win. Sinister in third. Deacon coming around. Tommy Roo takes the win for the AM drivers. It looks like Duffman is going to be the next to cross the line to take second place, and that's a great fight. That's great points for him against Autosport. That's not finished yet. Third in the championship between Duffman and Autosport. And Duffman, to me, looks like this one is signed, sealed and delivered. Great work from Duffman. Super stuff. I know the Ferrari going out helped a lot, but you've got to be in it to win it. And there you are, second place. Great stuff from Duffman, ahead of his championship rival. Here comes Deacon Do in second place, keeping that championship going until the very, very final rounds. Unbelievable stuff. And here we see Autosport picking up a bit of damage there, which stunted his attack on Duffman in the Lambo, getting another podium, a fourth in a row, consecutive podiums. Autosport, what a drive, cracking stuff. And Adnap, cracking. And that then taking that win from the red line drivers, really, and his teammate. Right then, before they close it, like that, and quickly look at the results. Adnap takes the win from Deacon, keeping the championship going into the final round. Sinister as well, still with a chance of the championship in third. Tommy Roo wins for the AM drivers, with Duffman in second and Autosport finishing in third. And then the DNFs is MJ and JTR. Is that all? I thought we had more. Oh yeah, Reckless and Thunder. So join us again. Hopefully we'll have bigger numbers, because I think St. Croix scared a few people off there. So join us next Friday for the final, and let us see who is the best in the world racing community. Is it Adnap? Is it Sinister? Or is it Deacon Do? Tommy Roo, well done already on the championship. Congratulations. You are a champion. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he is now. Yes, that's everything. Another cracking race. World racing. And an enjoyable evening spent together. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next stream, hopefully. Tiru, peace and love, peace and love. Word to your mother.